Hello and welcome to Saturday Night Karaoke. This is once again Saturday night. My name is Chuck Tomasi from Phoenix, Arizona, where it is a beautiful evening. I hope you are having a beautiful evening as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on the live stream on YouTube and Facebook. We do this every Saturday night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It is so good to have you here. Thank you very much to all the regulars. I see them all chiming in. It is time to sing. We've got songs. We've got odd trivia. We've got events on this day in history. We've got some news to catch you up on. And I think we better get started with, first bit of news is the Dragon Con flights are booked. Woohoo! Booked that last weekend. And it was a bit odd because I send all of my trip information, the hotels, the flights, I don't know. I don't rent cars anymore, but you get the idea. All of that stuff goes into an app called TripCase. I haven't used TripCase in over a year. It's on my phone, and normally during my usual business and pleasure travels, there's anywhere from 2 to 5 trips that are queued up in there for the next several months. Oh, it was very bizarre going into a bit of software that I haven't used in over a year. So did they upgrade? Is it still going to work? You just never know what's going to happen when it's been that long since you used a piece of software. So it felt good. Everything's in there. We've got the July Michigan trip, which I'll talk about in a little bit. We've got the Dragon Con trip, and Donna and I have a trip to Hawaii coming up later this year. And they're all in there. They're all planned, so the confirmation numbers are in there, the flight numbers. If anything changes, they get updated. It's a nice little app. I think another one is called World Case or Worldmate, or I used to use another one. There's several of them around. TripIt is another one that you can use to coordinate all that stuff. I settled on TripCase. I bounced around for a few of them, and I just went, you know what? Fine. Let's just stop trying them and use one. And the other thing I like about TripCase is when I get to the airport and it says, hey, would you like to do an Uber? It knows where my hotel destination, because that's the next thing on the itinerary, and you just like one click, and it's in the Uber app and saying go to the hotel. So very nice, very nice. I like that. Eric says he's got an alarm set for this event. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Let's get started. We've got a trivia question to start us out. First song up here is by Johnny Nash, and I will tell you that there's probably going to be a few rough spots in this song because Thursday night, this past Thursday, 2 days ago, we did the charity event for our conference. I'll give you more update on that because, there's a story there. But I did almost 40 songs in just over 4 hours. So there's a few notes. You may hear a little bit of rough spots, and you might hear it in my voice right now. It's going to come in handy on a few of the other songs, but this one, I did a couple of practices before we went on the air, and yeah, I recognize there are a few notes because this is in the higher range, and there's just a few that kind of squelch. We'll just call that. So let's get on. From 1972, this one made it all the way up to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But before we start, we must have our Johnny Nash trivia question, because first song and the last song get a trivia question. The trivia question is, Johnny Nash, I don't know if he lived his whole life, but he happened to be born and died, a bit of trivia, in one of these cities in the United States. Was it Chicago, Atlanta, Houston, or Los Angeles? You tell me. What is Johnny Nash's town? Where was he? Interestingly enough, he just passed away this past October in 2020. That one kind of went under the radar as I was looking through the factoids. October, I want to say it was like 6th or 10th, somewhere in October this past year. So age of 80. So thank you very much. He had a wonderful career. Started singing at the age of 13 in church, I believe it was. So good way to start. Let's get started. Speaking of starts, let's find the cursor. There it is. And I will get started with the song. Again, apologies for the rough spots. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Eric was there. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. You can hear it. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, it's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. Can't hold it that long. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, what a bright, sunshiny day. Okay, so there you have it. A few squelches in there. Maybe Georgia. I'm going to Dragon Con. Could be Georgia. Could be Megan. Let's go check the answer. And the answer is, in fact, Houston. He was born and died in Houston. So, interesting little factoid there. You know, if it weren't for doing those songs on Thursday, I probably could have hit that one a little bit better. Not sure about holding that note. Man, that guy was just on that song. All right, what's up next? We have the birthday shout-out. So, a couple of birthdays and some congratulations going out here. So, let me get my little iPad up here. Get music. There we are. That rockin' birthday music. Happy birthday today, May 22nd, to Jennifer Melzer, Mike Pulvermacher, and Tim Elliott, longtime podcast listener. Mike and I used to work together at Plexus a long time ago. Sunday, May 23rd, Terry Simpson and Denise Martinez. Monday the 24th is the birthday of coworker Barbara Rotondo. She was one of the hosts on Thursday. I called it In the Sound Booth. They were on the webinar that had a different person every hour. And I would talk to these people, and they would keep an eye on the chat. She's great. Great. Robert Harvey and former coworker Will Sobkowitz. Nobody on Tuesday, but Wednesday the 26th gives us some birthdays. Esther Vanderberg and Greg Spear. Classmate Mike Hodgins is on Thursday the 27th. Happy birthday, Mike. Friday the 28th, Emily Lindstrom. Liz Patterson, a longtime family friend from way back. Even before I was born, I think they were friends of the family. Jake Justison. Congratulations on your wedding, by the way, recently. Oh, baby. Sorry. Jake got married a while back, but just had a new baby a month or so ago. And Mary Marati, happy birthday to all of you. Also, a couple of congratulations that I want to throw out there. Congratulations to Nikki and Lucas on your marriage. Happy 0 anniversary. Saw the pictures on Facebook. Congratulations, you two look very happy. We did go on a cruise with them 2019? I can't remember when that was. It wasn't 2020. This stupid COVID has my calendar all messed up. I don't remember when anything is unless it's dated on a picture now. And congratulations to Morgan Stewart April Stewart's daughter graduated high school. So congratulations to all of you, and happy birthday to the rest. If you're not on the calendar, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I pulled those off of Facebook. Let me check this song off. We gave you the trivia answer. We gave you the birthdays, which means it's time for song number 2019. It was 2 years ago already? Where does the time go? So much was crammed into that little window. Man. Okay, we're going to have to do that again. Not necessarily the Panama Canal, but we got to go on another cruise again, Steve. So, take a deep breath. We're in this for the long haul. We're coming out of it. We're coming out of it. 2 vaccination shots, ready to go. Travel is booked. I'm looking forward to it. From 1972, I looked. I have 4 songs this week from the 1970s and one from the 60s. That's odd because usually the 80s are my sweet spot. One of these I thought was in the 80s, but sneaked in on me. It said it was from 79. Did my research. So, time for our slow song. Ding. Someone sent me a message. Your bill is ready. Uh-oh. They said it's the old number. I negotiated that thing down because of all the poor service. I'll tell you more about that later. She was morning and I was nighttime. I one day woke up to find her lying beside my bed. I softly said, "Come take me," for I've been lonely, in need of someone, as though I'd done someone wrong somewhere, but I don't know where. I don't know where. Come lately, you are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. Songs she sang to me, songs she bring to me, words that rang in me, rhyme that sprang from me. Warm the night, what was right became me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. Get out your air guitar for this one, I think. And so it was that I came to travel upon a road that was thorn and narrow. Another place, another grace would save me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune. Play me. You are the sun, I am the moon. You are the words, I am the tune play. Oh, that worked, I guess. Good thing they, well, that actually wasn't on my favorites list until today. I thought it was, and I was going through and picking out songs yesterday, and went, Neil Diamond, Neil Diamond, Neil. I got like 4 or 5, but somehow that one jumped into my head, and I went, oh, dang, it's not on my favorites list. Well, should be. Now it is. So let's cross that off and do the history thing. Hey, Kristen in Jacksonville, thanks for joining us. Where are we? Oh, we're on the history thing. So we got to do it. I was thinking we need, I was going to try and put some pictures up here for like key history things because there are some fascinating ones. It was on this date in the year 760, that saw the 14th recorded perihelion passage of Halley's Comet. Now, perihelion is when it's closest. Okay, so keep that in mind. 14th recorded. It's been recorded 14 times before the year 760. Interesting. 259 years ago today, Trevi Fountain in Rome. We were there. You know, you throw a coin in, and if you plan on coming back, throw 2 coins in if you're going to fall in love or something like that. I forget what the rules are, but my rule at Trevi Fountain was never give your camera to someone who's been drinking because you get pictures of, like, feet, pictures of elbows, not really pictures of good pictures of people, blurry pictures. I got my camera back. I went, what? So that's my rule. Lewis and Clark expedition officially began as the Corps of Discovery. Well, they departed from St. Charles, Missouri today in 1804. That must have been a pretty blind expedition going, where are we going? I don't know, but we have to write everything down. Also today in 1826, the HMS Beagle, remember the ship that carried Charles Darwin to the Galapagos? Yeah, that HMS Beagle departed on its first voyage today, 1826. 172 years ago, future U.S. President Abraham Lincoln was issued a patent for an invention to lift boats, making him the only U.S. president to ever hold a patent. How's that for a bit of trivia? 155 years ago today, Oliver Winchester founded the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. And as I wrote this one down, I thought of all of you fans of Supernatural, the TV show. Why is it that Sam and Dean Winchester needed a Colt revolver? Like, that one was just missed opportunity, if you ask me. You know, because they could have tied it into the family history or something. That would have been more like a Grimm story if you ever watch Grimm. Also, May 22nd, 1900, the Associated Press was formed in New York City as a non-profit news cooperative. Imagine that. 115 years ago today, the Wright brothers were granted a U.S. patent number 821393 for their flying machine. You could throw anything out the window and it'd be called a flying machine. May 22nd, 1969, as Apollo 10's lunar module flew within 8.4 nautical miles, or 16 kilometers, of the moon's surface. Apollo 10, of course, the predecessor to Apollo 11, which landed on the moon this coming July. It also happens to be, coincidentally, Apollo Ono's birthday. I think he's 38 today. Remember the speed skater? Yeah, that Apollo Ono. Not spelled the same, though. 1 L in his name. Happy birthday goes out to German composer Richard Wagner, born on this date in 1813. No, somebody requested that I do a Wagner opera. I'm like, not going to happen, because they said, that'll take up your 4 hours. Arthur Conan Doyle. I think it's Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, is it not? Wikipedia may need an update. He was born today 162 years ago. You know, Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle. And English singer, songwriter, and performer Morrissey is 62. 62? Should he be like 84? Wasn't he writing songs like back in the 60s? That can't be right. Okay. Well, we'll do that. And that is your history lesson for May 22nd, 2021. Scooby-Doo. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me on a Saturday night. It is fun to see you. I'm just going to do a real quick check. We got a couple people over on YouTube, few people on Facebook hanging out. Some watch later. I recommend you watch live because sometimes the copyright police come and mute pieces of this on me. And not much we can do about that. I am singing songs that belong to somebody else. So we're not making any money, so fair use, I guess. I don't know. I should be getting permission from all these people, but they all go to different places, and that would slow us down. So if the police come along, you'll know why. Let's get on to song number 3 by the Doobie Brothers. This one's got a long lead in, if I remember right. Well, not that long. Quiet. Come on, full screen. There we go. No, it's a really long ending. Is what it is. Well, I built me a raft and she's ready for floating. Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel thumping. Black water keep rolling on past just the same. Oh, black water keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Yeah, keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything pretty, mama, gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. Well, if it rains, I don't care, don't make no difference to me. Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown. Yeah, I like to hear some funky Dixieland and dance a honky-tonk. And I'll be buying everybody drinks all round. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything, everything, gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. Air fiddle. Okay, there's multiple parts here. I need everybody's help. I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Pretty mama, dance with your daddy all night long. I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Pretty mama, dance with your daddy all night long. I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Pretty mama, dance with your daddy all night long. I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Go, baby! Come on, baby! I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Baby! I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Well, you can tell I totally didn't practice that one because if you listen to it on Amazon or Spotify, it goes on and on and on. So there, we got that over with. All right, we got some home improvement projects scheduled that are coming up. Got some bids and quotes and people coming, checking all kinds of things. We've got new misters going on the patio and on the gazebo. We did some rearranging. And we used to have like a bar set kind of that came with the house out in the gazebo, but really didn't use it. For a while, I was using it sort of as an office, and we ran electrical power out there when we did the landscaping a few years ago. And it just, not really a bar thing. So we moved that out to the end of the pool. We'll sit there if we want to, but it's used less. And we took our existing patio furniture that was underneath the portico, the little patio, moved it out there. And man, that is so much nicer to sit out there. And I said, if we're going to sit out here, we're going to need some misters because it's going to get hot, hot, hot real soon. So we put a bid in for the misters, and I told the guy, pull the trigger. We're going to have those installed. It's going to be mid-July before they're in, but boy, we'll certainly appreciate them because it's going to be getting hot in the next few weeks. So we'll have to suffer for a few weeks out there, but it's going to be nice to have some. These are like not the kind that you go to Home Depot and install. These are the professional ones like you get at restaurants that just pour down this curtain. So I'm doing this right. Go big or go home. The other thing we've got is some new lighting around the yard. So I called, said, hey, the people who did the landscaping back in 2015, I said, you guys did a great job. I understand you do lighting. I'd like to have somebody come out here and do an estimate. Right now I've got some solar lights from Home Depot and some other things that are, it's just kind of a hodgepodge. And I like to clean it up, put it on a smart controller so that I can control it from my phone or Amazon or Echo or whatever, so that just sort of brighten the place up. The key place is the front entryway, which is sort of right behind me. It gets really dark in there, and for a front entryway, it should be bright. There's one light up there, and it's like, I've tried a number of times with solar lights to kind of brighten up the pathway, but they only last so long. So I'd like to get something that's hardwired and fix that up. The final thing was some grout work that we've got. We've got tile countertops. We've got tile along a lot of the flooring in the house. It's kind of getting dingy. The stuff on the countertops moved a little bit, so the grout is kind of broken. So we're getting that all done. So freshening up, as one of my friends from church likes to say, we're investing in nesting. So had a nice bonus come along, so might as well spend it on that. All right, a quick story about Thursday's, what was it? Marathon karaoke. 4 hours of karaoke for our work conference for charity. We did this for code.org to get kids into programming, and for every song that I completed, $50 went into the pool. For every time somebody subscribed to our YouTube channel or a podcast, $20 for each one of those. We managed to raise $4,180, which was good because I only had $5,000 in the budget, and we would have stopped there. So I said 4 hours or 5K, whatever comes first. So we got a bit of a late start, though. I was all set up. I had this all rolled out. We were going to be starting at 11:30 Pacific time, and right at 10:30, we had an internet outage. Now, this was the second of the day. We already had one from 12:40 a.m. to about 5 a.m. So we've been having internet problems for weeks. Weeks, people. Just random, things will cut out. And I was on fire at 10:30. I was just livid. Ask Grantis, my son-in-law. I was really trying to control my temper. Not happy. So I called our ISP. Their automated voicemail said, yes, there's an outage in your area. Our estimated time to repair is 4:30 p.m. And that was a mic drop moment for me. I said, I'm supposed to be going from 11:30 to 3:30. You can't be out an hour before I start and fix it an hour after I end. So we were scrambling. I called and I asked for escalation, and they couldn't tell me anything other than, yes, we know it's a problem. Our team is working on it. It looks like somebody cut a fiber cable in your neighborhood. And I'm like, oh, no. Talk about all the bad timing. and they took out a whole chunk of neighborhood. So we got the bright idea about 10:50. I said, Grantis, let's go for a ride and find the truck. Somewhere there is a Cox Communications truck servicing something. So we drove around for probably 20 minutes. Finally found it. Had we just made a left turn instead of a right turn out of our cul-de-sac, we would have, hey, look, there it is. Pulled up to the van and said, hey, do you know anything about the outage that's going on? The man said, well, we're doing some repairs on a leg that goes down this street, not our street. We said, do you know anything about a cut fiber cable? And he said, no. Just about that time, a second truck pulls up. And we said, do you know anything about a cut fiber cable? He says, no. What are you experiencing? I said, well, we've got an outage right now, and I'm supposed to do a charity event in 30 minutes. And he tapped on his computer and says, yeah, you should be back up. I mean, what guy number one was doing is done. And he said, really? We should be back up? We're on it. That's nowhere near 4:08 p.m. as the text messages were telling me. So all excited, we're just about to head out, and technician number one says, oh, but we've got to cycle power one more time. I said, when is that? He said, sometime in the next couple hours. I said, could it be sometime now? And guy number two says, yeah, sure, let us take care of that. You should be up soon. So came home. I'm staring at my cable modem that's got a big red light on it and waiting for it to not be red light. And 11:30 starts, and I'm text messaging my coworker, who's now got the webinar up and running. There are now people expecting me to sing. During this time, while we were still searching for the truck, I asked him, I said, we may want to reschedule this for tomorrow. And just as he was about to pull the trigger, we spotted the guy and said, hold on. We might still get away with this. So we got started about 15, 20 minutes late, 11:45. But there were the people that were on the webinar from our company were keeping the attendees entertained, informed what was going on. So it was decent communications given all things. Started about 15, 20 minutes late, so went on, had a rotation of people that were helping me on that webinar. I mentioned Barbara. It's her birthday coming up. She was helpful. Ben, Pamela, Emily, great people that were assisting. I called that the sound booth because they would interject just this random disembodied voice every once in a while. And it was a lot of fun. During that 4 hours, we had a lot of great fun. They would request songs from my favorites list. So at one point, they said Karma Chameleon, and then they could upvote it. So if it was already requested, and they discovered a couple of bugs in this app. So I've got some work to do. Fixed one of them, but I discovered another one. They said, can you do Karma Chameleon in the voice of Alvin and the Chipmunks? And I said, I don't know, but I'll try. And we did about half of the song. And then it just got a little too high for even that, so I backed off and did the rest as Boy George. What else did we do? We did Kung Fu Fighting, started that off as Mr. Miyagi, but I felt I was offending someone, if not myself, by doing that impression. There were a couple of others that we had some fun with the voice characterizations. But I think in total I sang, supposed to be 39 songs. Maybe it was 30. It was either 38 or 39. One of them did not work. Speaking of Supernatural earlier, they wanted to sing Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son, but for whatever reason, it wasn't in the library. So that didn't work out. So the 4-hour karaoke charity marathon that almost didn't happen did happen. We ran until 4 p.m., gave them an extra few minutes just because we wanted to see if we could break that $4,000 barrier. People came through. Thank you very much. Code.org. ServiceNow is going to be donating that money to you shortly. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. So, given that, wow, absolutely nothing happening in the chat makes me suspicious whether we're still broadcasting or not. I forgot to hit the record button, so hopefully nothing happens to this one, or see ya. All right, let's continue. Oh, the cable company, that bill that just came through, I said, why is this $100 higher than I should be paying? Oh, because you had a technician come out for a special circumstance. I said, I am not paying your technician to come out and fix your problem. This is not like, oh, your laptop's not plugged in or something. So they knocked that off. And I said, your service stinks. I have not been able to get work done. It's impacted a charity event. for the last month, I've had technicians out here. What can you do? Well, the most I can give you back, refund you, is for 2 weeks. I said, fine, that'll do. So about $90 off. So I don't understand why they just texted me and said, you owe us $288 when it should be $90. Yeah, ouch. So I pay for the high bandwidth because of things like this, because of work. And if I'm not getting that, they're going to feel it. So not happy with the ISP lately. We know what happens when I start doing that on karaoke, though. The karma comes back to bite me, and they'll probably have an outage right now. Let's continue with a Beatles song. We haven't done Beatles in a while, so this will be fun. Can't buy me love, love, can't buy me love. Are you diamond ring, my friend, if it makes you feel alright? I'll get you anything, my friend, if it makes you feel alright. 'Cause I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. I'll give you all I've got to give if you say you love me too. I may not have a lot to give, but what I got I'll give to you. I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so, can't buy me love. But no, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want the kind of things that money just can't buy. I don't care too much for money, money can't buy me love. You're just riveted to that story. That was why nobody was responding. You can't buy me love. Everybody tells me so. Can't buy me love. No, 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 no. Say you don't need no diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want the kind of things that money just can't buy. I don't care too much for money, 'cause money can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Love can't buy me love. Oh. And now the voice is starting to go. But that's okay. That's why we saved Pat Benatar for the last one. Interestingly enough, the Can't Buy Me Love was the one song from the 60s tonight, of course. And I would have thought Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar was from the 80s. It was not. It was from her first album, which was released in 1979. Didn't do that well, but this song did go up to number all of 23. She was just getting momentum at this point. And where did we go? Looking forward, I've got next Friday. Our marketing team said marketing is taking the day off. Take the day off. They started doing this a while back with the software development team. Once a quarter, they give them a day off, which was nice. So they made this a 4-day weekend. We got Friday and Monday off. Trying to get together with some plans to visit my friend Brad, who recently moved from Wisconsin. Used to live a few blocks away from us, and we had started working. Oh my, it's been over 20 years when we started working together. I remember he started as a temp, and 6 months I was sort of his team lead, and then we worked on and off separate teams at the same company for a long time. So looking forward to getting that. Might even get some painting done around the house. We still haven't painted the inside of our new front doors. That's on me. We got to pick out we're really good at setting up projects, but we're not good at picking out colors of paint. It's taken us forever. We really want to start painting the rest of the interior of the house, but we haven't picked out colors yet. Just can't seem to get there for whatever reason. There's all that tricky stuff like, well, we can't stop here because it sort of blends into that room. We can't stop here because it goes into that room. But then you can't have two colors there. Those won't go together. Like, oh, boy, that makes a mess. I am looking forward to getting together with all of you that are going to be in Marquette in July. And we are going to, Donna and I are picking the days where we are going to visit some friends in Appleton. So if you're going to be in the Appleton area, we will let you know. Message me on Facebook, and we'll get that set up, let you know. Maybe we can work out a breakfast. Maybe we work out a dinner. Or we're thinking about going down like in a morning, visit during the day, to have dinner with some friends at night, stay overnight, and then come back the next day. Don't know when. We might have breakfast and lunch. We might have another dinner. So we got time to kill. My boss specifically said, when you're in Michigan, spend time with friends and family. I was going to work for 2 weeks. I've still got some work to do because I've got a huge webinar coming up the Tuesday after we get back. So one of those two that are the biggest of the year. And there is a possibility, for those of you that are in the Phoenix area, that we will resurrect the pool party later this year. So might have a small scale version of that. If you're watching this, we'd love to get together with you here. So yes, the social calendar is back in action. I am very excited about that. Before I do the Pat Benatar song, we have our other trivia question. Mentioned that the first and last songs have trivia. So our trivia question for Pat Benatar is, what was her job before she decided to become a singer in 1973? Bank teller, waitress, flight attendant, or hotel housekeeper? Come on, put in your answers. What did she do before she decided to become a singer in 73? There you go. Bank teller, waitress, flight attendant, hotel housekeeper, flight attendant. Not necessarily in that order. Okay, go for it, people. You got one song to do your Google searching. Or just make a random guess, because that's fun too. See if I can get through this song. Yes, I do some female artists too. Your love is like a tidal wave spinning over my head, drowning me in your promises, better left unsaid. You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner fantasy, the invincible winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around. No, no, no. Your love has set my soul on fire, burning out of control. You taught me the ways of desire, now it's taking its toll. You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner fantasy, the invincible winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around. No, no, no. Here it goes. She worked at Togo's. I like that answer, Christine. My Sharona. Try this again. You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner fantasy, the invincible winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, heartbreaker. Good air guitar right here. She eventually ended up marrying her lead guitarist, if I remember right. Still married. Still married. She worked at Togo's. I like that answer. So that is the end of the song, but we still need our answer to the trivia question. Get that back over to the trivia panel. Show that up there. And what did she do before she decided to take up singing? She was a bank teller. Who knew? Huh? I'm thinking, boy, if she had worked at my bank, I probably would have been about the age where I was opening my first account. How would that be for a story? When I was a young lad, I went to the bank and I opened my account and the bank teller was Pat Benatar. That'd be a story you could tell. Put that in like 2 truths and a lie. If you can get the details of like the bank and the year, that might be fun. Okay, now that I told you, you can't use it on me because, that would be your 2 truths. Ideas abound every time. 1973. Okay, that takes care of it for this week. Thanks for hanging out with me. Wow, we ran a little bit long, but it was probably that story about the internet service provider that dragged on. Lots of news. Looking forward to seeing you. Message me on Facebook if you plan to be in Marquette or Appleton in the July timeframe that we're there. If you don't know the time frame, I'll send it to you so that we can get together and hang out, have a cup of coffee, have a Togo. Let's have a Togo or third base bar or something we'll figure it out. All right. Look forward until the next time. Everybody take care, be safe, and I'll see you real soon, if not sooner. Thanks. Bye.